Welcome back. We're a little bit late on this one. There's been a lot going on, but finally we're going to take a look at the new Master of Rites for the Ultramarines, because it's been a while since Ultramarines last got some sort of fancy character model. It's been ages, like at least a month or something. We're going to take a look at Ferren Areios. I'll be honest, I've never heard the name pronounced out loud, and as so often happens with Games Workshop's imagined names, I don't know how to pronounce half of them. I do my best. Quite often it fails miserably, but you're used to that at this point, aren't you? Anyway, let's take a look at the lad himself, because there is one specific part of this model that, honestly, has been ruined for me. There is one specific element of a certain equipment type or certain thing that you might get with some characters that has been irrevocably destroyed, that I simply can't see without being like, ugh. And unfortunately, Ferren has this item. So this is the lad himself. This is Ferren Areios, and it's fine. Totally fine. It's fine. Thunderhammer looks good. The armour looks fine. You got your little dangly tassely bits. They all look good. There's nothing really to complain about here. It's another Primaris character, and generally speaking, the Primaris characters look decent. There's nothing particularly special for me about this. It's not screaming anything in specific. It's just a decent looking sort of, I guess, like Captain equivalent, that kind of vibe. It's all good. I will say the sort of laurel thing with the 6 in the middle is weirdly sized. I don't really know why it looks a bit off, but it does kind of. I think part of it, no, you know what? As I'm saying this out loud, I've realised what it is. I've realised what the problem is. So you've got that kind of girdle that's going around the breastplate, right? And then you've got the two bits that are hanging down with the tassels on the end. All fine, all good normally. But you also have this bit of ornamentation going over the chest. The problem that I'm having, that I've only just worked out what it is that the tassels coming down make it look like it's a rosette. Like it's something that is awarded when you've won a prize. And because of the way it's placed, and because of the dangly bits beneath it, and because it has the 6 on it, regardless of the actual meaning of it, it looks like someone has gone up and gone, congratulations, you've won 6th place, and then placed the thing on the chest. And that doesn't look quite right to me, and I don't think that's necessarily what they were going for. I suspect they weren't looking for that particular vibe, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting, participation rosette for the person who came in 6th place. And I know that's not what it is. I'm fully aware of that. But that's kind of what it looks like, and I can't shift that. I'm afraid that's just what that is now. So, yeah, that's not ideal. Now, of course, the vast majority of you probably didn't think that it looked like that. So if I have now absolutely ruined this model for you, if I've done that, if I've taken this thing that you quite liked and you're now just like, oh dear God, why? Why have you pointed this out? I'm very sorry. I'm sorry I ruined it for you. I'm sorry that I did that. But yeah, once I realised it, once you see, you can't unsee. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. Now, ironically, the other problem that I have with this model, which is nothing to do with the actual Space Marine himself, is another case of once you see it, you can't unsee it. And in this specific instance, and this is not the fault of Games Workshop, okay? This is because people, they will take things, they'll misinterpret it, they'll change it, they'll twist it to suit their own disgraceful, literal toilet human narrative. I'm making that out to be very strong. It's not that strong. That servo skull has been done before. We've seen servo skulls with a big ream of paper plenty of times. And ever since I saw, I think it's on Cults 3D, the 3D printable servo skull that is a toilet roll holder, I cannot look at this particular type of servo skull the same. I just can't. It has been ruined for me. It's gone from, this guy's got a cool little creepy scribe who follows him round and notes down all sorts of things. Look at the little quill. Look how grim and horrible that is, to... I mean, you just tear off a strip when you're done and you go on your way. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's not Games Workshop's fault. They didn't make it out like that. That's someone else's doing. That's a collective thing, where multiple people, no doubt, have gone, yeah, it looks like a bog roll holder. And I realise that that's not the intention right here. But ever since I've seen that actual application for this particular part of this model, I just can't unsee it. It's always that now. I've been ruined. I've been ruined by someone making a joke. There's nothing I can do to stop it at this stage. And as if that wasn't bad enough, I have potentially now ruined his, participation rosette for coming in 6th place for someone else, which, if anything, just displays that I'm part of the problem, really, doesn't it? Anyway, we've got alternate angles, and again, it's a perfectly good model, looks fine. I do like the Thunderhammer. The Thunderhammer is very cool. The various scrolls and parchments hanging off the belt, like it a lot. The helmet is surprisingly plain. Surprisingly plain. I kind of would have thought that there'd be a bit more like, I don't know, just a bit more panache to it, a bit more decoration. It might have a bit more going on, but it's relatively simple. You've just got a skull in the middle, and that's about it, which is fine. I mean, I guess you can't complain about it being too busy, and, to be fair, maybe that is something to be said overall for this model. It's not too busy. There isn't too much going on. It's perfectly fine in that it looks more important than your standard guy, but it's not been absolutely rammed with a metric ton of extra detail. The actual armour itself is relatively plain and simple, which I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think quite often they can overdo it. They definitely haven't done that here. Even things like the power pack, relatively untouched. Yeah, you've got a symbol on the top of it, but that's about it. At the shoulders as well, you've got one sort of carved embellishment on one side, but the other side, again, pretty plain apart from that one purity seal. They could go wild with purity seals on characters like this, and sometimes I feel like it would be cool if they did, but then I'm also of the opinion that sometimes when they really go overboard, it makes things look messy and it messes up the silhouette of the model. That's not a problem here. I think this is very, very easily identifiable at any sort of distance, which is always a plus when you're looking at something that's supposed to be a one-off. Yeah, overall, totally fine. Totally fine. Nothing to really complain about. The only issues really are self-inflicted. The participation rosette doesn't quite sit well with me, and he's got his own personal supply of toilet roll at any given time, which again is a me problem, not a them problem. All that being said, we have finally taken a look at the lad. Let me know what you think of this lad in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, you know the drill. We'll be back tomorrow for something else. I don't know what yet. Tune in then to find out, I guess.